So I need to call roll. Mayor Pro Tem Paul. Of course, it doesn't look like she's here. Councilmember Villalobos is absent. She called in. Councilmember Lisa Shell Allen.
Here.
Councilmember McLeod.
Here.
Councilmember Bunker.
Here.
And Mayor DeVinny is here. That gives us a quorum so we can have the meeting. If we, with Jared, we don't have a flag, so we're going to skip the Pledge of Allegiance tonight without that. And our only action item is the discussion of Mary submitting her resignation. Basically, I sent that out. Did everybody see that?
Yes.
I gave you word for word. She's texted me that. I did call her and verify that it really her and said that I was worried that we might have a scam going on, but it wasn't. And she did say that she, 3 years and she's done what she could go do and was wanted to leave. So what we're looking for tonight, according to the state law, it only becomes official when it's accepted by the council. So I need a motion by somebody to accept.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the letter of resignation from Councilmember Paul resigning from Council Place 5 after the November election.
And that's not what she requested, of course. Anybody got a second?
Well,
and let me
I'm surprised she's not here.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to ask her a question because I would like her to be present for one agenda item. And I was going to discuss that with her and the rest of the council, but I'm not sure if we can still do that. Still do that. So why are you saying November?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for asking, Jan. My issue is we're only 4 months away from an election, and having an open seat on the council for 4 months is just not that big of a deal. I would expect that the council would want to appoint someone. That's kind of the customary thing. It is my opinion for the fact that in this election, we only have one seat that is opposed. I'm aware, obviously, that the 2 people who are running for that seat are interested in being on. In my personal opinion, it is critical for the residents of Martindale to have the opportunity to speak their voice with their vote via the election. It would not be prudent, in my mind, for this council to appoint anyone to this empty place prior to an election that is so not very far away. So my motion of yes, I too do not know or understand Councilmember Paul's reasoning. However, I respect it. We all have personal stuff. I would like for her to, in essence, remain by name only in that seat without any obligation to participate if that is not an option for her. So that is why my motion is as stated.
Can I say something? Well, the problem is I'm place 3, she's place 5. So can somebody get on the ballot? I mean, it's already been confirmed.
No.
So that's my question. You're going to be one short because Kimberly's running against me on place 3. So place 5 would be blank.
Well, and so the kicker is, my concern would be that if in fact someone was appointed, that, I mean, here we are, we've been, the election's already been postponed once. It should have been in May. And so I would like to give the residents the opportunity to truly speak via their votes as to which candidate for place, is that 5, correct? No, 3.
Place 5.
Okay, place 5. So I would to give the residents the opportunity to speak as to which candidate that is on the ballot would remain in that space or take over that space. After the election, we certainly as a council could and should appoint someone. I just would hate to see it happen prior to the election.
I'm still not understanding why. I don't understand your logic that you want the.
Let's weigh in on this.
Term isn't up until May. So,
The election's in November.
But her council is up for election.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when her seat is
so it doesn't matter whether we appoint somebody or not.
Well, that part does matter. What does not matter is when that seat expires. Anytime someone is appointed, no matter how long the term for their appointment is, they are required to run at the next general election.
Which would be in May for us.
Correct, which would be in May.
Mr. Vinny, one question. Got a minute? Mr. Vinny, we did this several years ago. There was a vacancy. I think the city, they had people submit their resumes. I know I submitted my resume, and the council, I assume, voted on the particular applicant. So, I mean, that's kind of the stated norm with the city. If you have a vacancy, I did talk to TML about this, and somebody can be appointed if it's only one council person.
Correct.
Now, if you have more than one, it has to be a general election. So, in this situation, we can, as a city, or people can submit their resumes or whatever for council.
Correct.
That's what they do in the past.
Correct.
Okay.
And the importance of this is there's 2 pieces of this that Lisa didn't seem to want to talk about or didn't understand. Number one is if they're absent from 3 consecutive meetings, they're officially off the board anyway. So
that is not correct.
maybe
Officially off the
defer to Kent's
council
opinion on that. The second thing is that we already have problems getting quorums. Tonight there's 3 of you here, with only 4 of us really participating, and so one little upset, something coming up. Oh, I don't know. Somebody having coronavirus or something that's unheard of. Potentially stops us from conducting business, which is why I wanted to go hurry up and let's get on with getting on here. In the year that I've been in mayor, we've had one council meeting that we couldn't put a quorum together. We've had another one where I had to beg Jan to come in when she was unsure whether she had corona or not, and she was nice enough to do that and get us going. We've had other times when we had just 3 people participate, even though we start with 5. So getting down to 4 and trying to go make this happen is going to be difficult. And I really don't think we need to wait.
I do respect that. If I may, Mayor, I will make a correction. If in fact a council member does not attend 3 meetings in a row, Kent Wymore may need you to weigh in to either confirm or
subject to removal.
Correct me. I'm sorry?
Subject to removal.
Subject to removal, which means
they may be removed.
It's not automatic. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Here's the problem that I see with this. I think the problem that's being created is the council abdicating its duties. I think Rob makes some salient points about having sufficient people to conduct the city's business, but I think that's a dangerous precedent to willingly leave a seat vacant, although not technically vacant. The people of the city deserve to have council members that are ready, willing, and able to work on the city's behalf. And if council member Paul is at the point where she feels like that's not something she can continue to do, I think her wishes deserve to be respected. And someone needs to be appointed that wants to step in and do that work.
And if in fact, the way I look at it is that we've got two people who obviously want to participate, which I full on respect, but are also on the ballot. So if in fact either of them are appointed, we have just taken the vote. We have just taken the words
Who are
out
you
of
talking
the
about?
mouths of the voters.
Oh, you and Mike?
No, not me. I'm not on the ballot. I mean, I'm on the ballot, but I'm unopposed.
Right.
But I'm
So
still
you
on
do
city
not
council.
want to-
I'm still on city council. The election won't be until November.
Absolutely. Yes,
I'm
sure.
not. I'm on council at the
What,
moment.
what two people are you talking about?
Well, I mean, it makes kind of sense to me. Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The only other person that, to my knowledge, who has raised their hand and said, I want to participate, that we are aware of at the moment, is Mike's opponent.
Participate in what?
I'm sorry.
On the council.
I'm sorry.
On the council, she's talking, Jan, what she's talking about is, we got 5 seats, and we got, even with Mary leaving, we got 5 people that raised their hand and said, hey, I'd like to be on the council, so it makes sense for me to go fill them there. But we're going to talk about that next week. I don't know why. I mean, basically, we're thumbing our nose at Mary, near as I can tell, and I think this is
I don't want to wait till November.
I don't feel like we're thumbing our nose at Mary at all. As a matter of fact, I feel like I'm respecting her wishes, and I'm also trying really hard to respect the voice of the Martindale residents who would be voting. If in fact, I mean, I know we're not talking about appointments particularly.
I know what you're talking about. So, and I'm opposed.
I'll make a motion.
we had a motion. I'm calling for, does anybody want a second? Answer is no. Now, Mike, what, do you have a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion that we accept Mary Paul's resignation.
We have a second.
I have a motion.
No,
Mike's
so hold
motion has
on.
not been
So no
accepted.
second?
All
No
right.
second.
We didn't have a second. So, Jan, you got a motion. What do you want to do?
I have an agenda item that I emailed you and Jared about that I would like Mary to have a chance to weigh in and listen to.
So you
Then I would like to vote on her resignation.
but you would
And
like
that would be in a week.
you'd like to table it.
I'd like to table it till next meeting, as long as that agenda item is on the agenda.
I second it.
You have a motion to table this item for a week.
Excuse me, can you repeat that motion again so I can take it down clear? Jan, you motioned to
I
what?
would like to table
Okay?
this
Mm-hmm.
item, Mary's resignation, until next city council meeting.
Okay. Okay.
As long as the agenda item I emailed the mayor about is on the agenda, and I'd like it to be first.
Well,
And even if she doesn't show up or wants to weigh in, I still want to talk about it.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay? And then we can decide on Mary's.
To explain what all that is all about tomorrow. But so we have a motion to table this agenda item until 4 and 7 and 7. Do we have a second?
Yes, you have a second.
You have a vote. I guess we got 3 people here, so we got 2 for, and even if Mike's against, it's
I'll vote for it.
3-0. Table the item.
Got it done.
Thank you.
All right, we need a motion to adjourn.
Motion, we adjourn.
I second that.
All in favor, which would be Lisa.
I.
That passes 3-0 of adjournment. Thank y'all very much for.
All right.
That has to be the shortest meeting.
Thank you.
All righty. Thank you. I'm leaving. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, good night.
Bye.